about 2.5, 3 years ago, I had the epiphany that AI data centers were not going to stop being built by big tech companies, and this is going to be a continued secular trend that's never going to stop. And the AI is going to keep advancing, and we get to the point where AI has recursive self-improvement. We've already seen that. What led me to that was being an early adopter of AI in early 2023. I wasn't one of the earliest adopters, in late 2022, but in early 2023, I realized I was using these, and it reminded me of the internet. When I first used the internet, I was a teenager back when the Yahoo and the very first internet pages came about in the mid 90s. Research, I realized that AI training and inference, which is where when you're using AI, it uses a lot more electricity than like a Google search. I realized that the thirst for power from AI is not going to stop. They keep building more data centers. They're going to need more and more electricity. And we're at a glut with electricity. They realized that we're going to exhaust all the traditional means, which they've already done with natural gas. And now these big tech companies have been looking at other alternatives. And one of the best ones right now is fuel cell. And I've been talking about these stocks for a while now, but Plug Power, fuel cell, the influencers are just now starting to pick up on Plug Power. Like I've seen some stock influencers online have picked up on that. Plug Power over the recent years, they haven't had really good financial performance. They've been growing, but they've been diluting shareholders with a lot of equity raises. They just haven't been very, very well managed. And they just got a new CEO that I see being a catalyst for the stock finally. They got their gross margin positive, so he's putting the results where his mouth is. He's looking for some profitability in the next couple of years, maybe even sooner, we'll see. But they said at least by 2028, they're seeing some net profitability, and he's already laid out a plan, and it's looking really good. The technical picture on Plug is we've got a really long trading range that we've been in for some time now. This was the bottom back here in mid 2025. This was the bottom, and we've got like a rounding base here. See how it just kind of comes and bottoms out and goes back up. This internal trend line has held up. It's where it touches the most amount of times. It's an internal trend line versus just a regular trend line, and I use these the most, and it's continued to hold up. We just had a really good volume off of that, a really good push, and we need to break out of this trading range here. About 340, 350s is the top of the range there, and we can really get some momentum on this bottom. But it's just kind of been working along with the fundamentals too. Things have been going their way, and you see their last earnings report was taken very well by the market. It's a really bullish chart. I see a rounding bottom here where we just keep breaking up and into the 4s, 5s, and I see a lot of revenue coming in the future, so I'm really bullish on the stock. Fuel cell energy is the same thing. We've got another rounding bottom. They make fuel cells that can be used for primary and backup power too for data centers, just like Plug. Plug has the hydrogen connection though, and I like them both equally. But I think Plug is actually more misunderstood. Plug is cheaper because it's been such an underperforming stock for so long that people just didn't really realize the potential. So it's a contrarian stock for sure, more so. But fuel cell is a little more well known, and we just popped through a major level. We'll see if we can hold, but these are the kind of stocks that the lower they get, the more I just want to keep buying call options. Like I'm buying calls and Plug way out, and I bought some fuel cell call options out the next year. I'm just buying them as far out as I can, and if we get more dips, I'm just going to keep buying call options.